You can call him mean, brutal, and oftentimes with a fiery behavior. You can also refer to him as the world's greatest chef. And you won't be wrong. At least that's what he calls himself. But his story goes further than just being an excellent chef. This is a man who has survived tough pains, swam through thick waters, and walked many kilometers, but still overcame his challenges and came out on top. His name is Gordon James Ramsey, a renowned chef and restaurateur, television presenter, and a writer. His restaurant has been awarded 17 Michelin stars and currently holds 14. But the big question is, how did he achieve such success? Let's find out. Childhood trauma. To become the man he is today, Gordon had to literally take the bull by the horn. He wasn't born with many privileges as most people, and on top of that, had traumatic childhood experiences that weren't pretty at all. He was born in Scotland but grew up in Shakespeare country in England from the age of 5. His dad, Gordon James Sr., wasn't exactly Father of the Year material. In fact, he was an abusive alcoholic, and Gordon didn't have the best role model in him. In 2007, Chef Ramsey opened up about his childhood in an article for CNN, admitting that his dad had a serious drinking problem and wasn't the greatest father. He described him as a hard-drinking womanizer and witnessed his dad's violent behavior towards his mom, to the point where she feared for her life. It's heavy stuff. In his words, he also added saying, "Dad would often have a fallout with someone at work and get fired, and because our home often came with his job, we would become homeless and have to move again." Gordon's sister Diane also shared some insights into their troubled family life. According to her, as kids, they knew something was seriously wrong, but they felt like they couldn't tell anyone. Their dad would manipulate them, making them believe it was their fault if something went wrong, and that their mom would suffer the consequences. This was a very determining factor in Gordon's life. He needed to take up responsibility. What was his way of ensuring that? Football. Yes, shocking, right? Well, Gordon, like everyone, had dreams, and his was to become a football star. He even played as pro for the Glasgow Rangers when he was 15 years. However, his dream was cut short in 1985 when he suffered a bad knee injury. Early career. After the injury kicked him out of football forever, Ramsey had to look for another source to keep up with responsibilities. So, instead of being stuck with the label of the football player with the gammy knee, he decided to shift gears and focus on cooking when he was 19. It wasn't a planned move though, but he somehow found himself at North Oxfordshire Technical College, sponsored by the Rotarians, to study hotel management. In the mid-80s, he kicked off as a commis chef at the Roxton House Hotel. He even ran the show at the Wickham Arms until things got spicy with the owner's wife, prompting him to make a swift exit. So he packed his knives and headed to London, hopping between restaurants until he got inspired by the legendary Marco Pierre White at Harvey's. After nearly 3 years of dealing with kitchen chaos, Ramsey decided he needed a change. The dude was done with all the rages and bullying, so he thought, why not study French cuisine? But Marco wasn't keen on Paris though, so he suggested Albert Roux's Le Gavroche in Mayfair. Ramsey followed suit, met Jean-Claude Breton, his future maître d'hôtel at restaurant Gordon Ramsay, and the rest is history. After a year in Le Gavroche, Roux invited him to Hotel Diva in the French Alps. Fast forward a bit, and Ramsey, now 23, found himself in Paris working with the big guns, Michelin star chefs Guy Savoy and Joël Robuchon. However, 3 years of intense kitchen training in France left him drained. So he took a breather and spent a year as a personal chef on the private yacht Idlewild, sailing to Sicily and Sardinia and diving into the world of Italian cuisine. His path to success. In 1993, Gordon Ramsay returned to London. And guess what? He landed this amazing gig as the head chef at La Tante Claire, a 3 Michelin-starred restaurant in Chelsea under chef patron Pierre Kaufmann. But things took an interesting turn when Marco Pierre White came back into the picture and gave him an offer that was hard to refuse: a head chef position and a 10% share in the Rossmore, which was owned by Marco's business partners. What do you think Ramsey did? Well, he took the offer and gave the business his best shot, which led the restaurant, which was renamed Aubergine, to earn its first Michelin star a year later. Another year down the road, and they proudly added a second one in 1997. Ramsey's hard work was definitely paying off, but he was a man who wanted more than just accolades and praises working for someone else. He wanted to have his own restaurant. But unfortunately, that dream clashed with the business owner's vision of turning Aubergine into a chain restaurant. So a conflict arose, and this disagreement led to Ramsey leaving the partnership in July 1998. According to Ramsey, this decision marked the most crucial day of his cooking career and his life. But one thing about Ramsey, he never gave up on his dreams. He loved to cook, and he knew how to cook, and so nothing was going to come between him and his dreams of owning a restaurant. So, in 1998, Ramsey, with the support of his father-in-law, Chris Hutchinson, and former colleagues from Aubergine, opened his own restaurant in Chelsea, aptly named Restaurant Gordon Ramsay. It achieved the remarkable feat of earning 3 Michelin stars in 2001, making Ramsey the first Scottish chef to pull off such a feat. That's not all. In 2011, the Good Food Guide ranked Restaurant Gordon Ramsay as the second-best restaurant in the UK, just behind the Fat Duck in Bray, Berkshire. Talk about not giving up on your dreams. Still, it doesn't end there. After successfully establishing his first restaurant, Ramsay's culinary empire grew rapidly. He went on to open Petrus Amaryllis in Glasgow. Unfortunately, that had to close, and went ahead to open Gordon Ramsay's at Claridge's. His business even extended beyond the UK, and he spread his wings farther, opening restaurants in Dubai, Tokyo, and New York City. Notable mentions include Gordon Ramsay at Powerscourt in Ireland and Laurier Gordon Ramsay in Montreal, Canada. Now, you can really say that Gordon Ramsay is the man. Awards and recognition. Like they say, every cloud has a silver lining, and no one embodies this adage better than the fiery and charismatic chef, Gordon Ramsay. Through a tough childhood, failed career, and difficult challenges, he weathered all and became one of the most sought-after chefs in the world, with numerous titles and awards to his name. Starting way back in 2001, his restaurant at Royal Hospital Road in London was the talk of the town, grabbing the crown as the top restaurant in the UK thanks to the London Zagat survey, and with not just 1, but 3 Michelin stars. That's like hitting the culinary jackpot. Fast forward to 2006, and Queen Elizabeth II herself gives Ramsay the Officer of the Order of the British Empire title for his outstanding contributions to the hospitality industry. However, he almost missed the awards ceremony due to a pesky plane delay. Then came 2006, the year of the Katie Awards, and Ramsay walked away with the Independent Restaurateur of the Year title, making him the 3rd person ever to win 3 Katie Awards. He had previously bagged them in 1995 with the Newcomer of the Year Award and in 2000 with the Chef of the Year Award. He even outshone Jamie Oliver that year, snagging the top spot as the most influential person in the UK hospitality industry. However, in 2008, Ramsay's flagship, Restaurant Gordon Ramsay, took a little dip in the rankings, slipping below Petrus after being London's top restaurant for 8 straight years. Well, there are always ups and downs, right? Then fast forward to January 2013, Ramsay landed a spot in the Culinary Hall of Fame, a well-deserved recognition for his culinary prowess. Talk about a comeback. Now, Ramsay's not just about Michelin stars and awards. He's also a Guinness World Record holder. In 2017, he set the record for filleting a 10-pound fish in a lightning speed of 1 minute and 5 seconds. Later that year, he rolled out the longest pasta sheet in 60 seconds, measuring an impressive 1.45 meters. But the records don't stop there. In May 2023, Ramsay, along with Nick DiGiovanni, smashed the Guinness World Record for the largest beef Wellington, weighing in at a whopping 25.76 kilograms and measuring 2 feet 5 inches long, 13 inches wide, and 8 inches tall. Now that's a culinary feat. His spice to success. While Ramsay had already earned his stripes in the culinary world, his journey took an unexpected turn with the advent of television. Shows like Hell's Kitchen, Kitchen Nightmares, and MasterChef basically brought Ramsay right into everyone's living rooms. His no-nonsense attitude, crazy skills, and brutally honest feedback made for some seriously entertaining television. It wasn't just about cooking. It was like he became this mentor, changing up the whole game. The unscripted drama and the real moments on screen just showed Ramsay as not just a chef, but this culinary wizard with a knack for transforming the kitchen world. Most importantly, despite the fame and success, Gordon Ramsay remains remarkably humble. He often attributes his achievements to the invaluable lessons learned during the hard times. The scars from a challenging childhood and the heat of the kitchen have shaped him into a chef who not only demands perfection, but also understands the human element behind each dish. So, we can say the secret behind Gordon Ramsay's success is a medley of childhood grit, culinary dreams, hard times, and an unyielding commitment to excellence. His journey, marked by the highs and lows of a turbulent past, has shaped him into a legend whose influence transcends the boundaries of the kitchen. So, let's raise a glass to the guy who turned a challenging upbringing into a Michelin-starred masterpiece.